We might be drunk, we might be drunk. As long as we are hanging out, you know we might be drunk. Raise a glass, let's talk shit. Pet peeves, Rex, and a bit. Maybe drunk, we might be drunk, yeah.
Hey, folks, here we are. We might be drunk episode. Who knows what? We've been drinking. We're all over the road. You're back from a flight. I'm leaving tomorrow on a jet plane.
Love that song.
Great tune.
You ever see the movie The Guard?
No.
It's John Michael McDonough made it. It's Brendan Gleeson and Don Cheadle.
Oh, wow.
I think it's one of the best comedies of the last 20 years.
What?
It's amazing.
How have I never heard of this?
Martin McDonagh's brother, who wrote like In Bruges.
Oh, yeah.
And they're related. I don't know if they're brothers, but
that's a great movie, too.
That's a great movie. It's
great
that tone,
movie.
kind of. It's like a dark comedy.
That's good.
Brendan Gleeson, dude.
Yeah, witty dialogue. That guy's a hell of an actor.
But they play Leaving in the Jet Plane for the credits, and it's like a great use of it.
Yeah. Even the Bjork one is good.
I haven't heard that one.
Oh, man, that's how you know it's a good song, when the Bjork version is still killer.
Is Bjork not good?
Well, it's a bit much. Yeah, we get it. You're weird.
I just don't know the work at all.
She shows up to, oh boy, that's a good pour there, huh?
Well, I mean, who are we kidding here?
Yeah, good point. It's 2 a.m. It's, I don't even know what day it is.
It's my pick, so we're doing another weird natty wine.
I like it.
Cheers it up.
I'm learning a lot here.
I
feel like you're trying to fuck me with these cool wines. You know, like you're trying to show off.
I just like mixing it up.
No, mix it up. I come in here with a bottle of hooch and whiskey and
That's
all this.
fucking good, dude.
Oh, that is amazing. I'm not a huge wine guy, and I like it.
This natural wine got me in because it's so funky. You never know what it's going to taste like. And this guy Ochota, he just passed away. He was a winemaking legend from Australia.
Wow.
49 years old.
Oh, my God. That's so sad. A winemaking legend. How cool is that?
Yeah, so I was at the store a while back, and the guy was like, you got to get this because it's our last bottle, and this stuff is going to be really hard to find because he just passed away. So
wow.
Like, all right,
good egg. Man, if I was a lady, I'd be fucking India now.
You're more important.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You'll
Finally.
appreciate it. You're a drinker.
This is really good, and it's thin. It's a thinner wine, which I like. You know, sometimes wine, they get the wooden tongue, the purple teeth.
If you were a lady, I'd say, you're thin.
Somebody get me a towel to sit on. You're really charming the pants. Oh, this
good
is
stuff,
good,
man.
really good.
You have a good night? I ran into you at the stand. You were filming
some stuff. I don't want to give it away, but we're working on a cool video idea based on another video idea. It's quirky, it's weird, it's different. It's outside the box. It's an horchata of comedy.
It's gonna die.
Yeah.
No, it seemed like people were loving it when I was there.
Yeah, it's going well. It's a whole new weird thing I'm trying, and that was it. I'm not changing my act. I'm not becoming one of these weirdo ukulele guys.
You're gonna start beatboxing on stage. I'm like, damn it, he's changed.
Yeah, people always try to add a new thing with an easel or beatboxing. It's like, I don't know, just do the act.
Yeah, the easel, at least Dimitri Martin was like really creative with it. Like I get that, like those one-liner guys feel like they have to add something.
Yeah, definitely. Even Stephen Wright had a guitar sometimes.
Yeah, and Hedberg had the
chuck.
Yeah,
the chuck in the back.
Stanhope had a guitar.
He did
on one of them. One of the albums had a guitar. Something to take the edge off.
But he didn't have it.
No. But he had, I think it was Henry Phillips playing.
Oh.
And it was that Bobby Barnett story, which is amazing.
Amazing. Henry Phillips, look him up, too. He's hilarious.
So funny.
Punching the Clowns is movie.
Great
hilarious.
movie. A lot of our friends are in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Always amazes me when a guy's like, I'm a comic, but I've always wanted to make a movie, and he just makes a movie. That's so cool. I don't have that in me.
You do. You were getting filmed tonight. What are you talking about?
But that's like, hey, me and this guy have an idea. We go shoot it. Like sitting down, writing the script, and then getting the actors together. I mean, that is a whole to-do.
You know what you need is you need like a guy who's really organized to help you write it.
Yes.
Because you'd have great ideas, but you need someone who's just like, Mark, sit down.
Right.
That's what you need.
Yeah, and that's why money is great. Like, we have a little more money than we used to, so this guy's like, hey, I'm going to come film you here. And I was like, oh, I got to book travel. Can you book it and I'll just give you money? And he's like, sure. Then I'll just give him an extra couple bucks because he booked it and I need to pay him the money for it.
That's a good point. Yeah, there is something about having someone else. I mean, I wrote a show with, with a guy who's a veteran who like knew how to do this shit, and I was like, I wouldn't have known how to do this.
Oh, it's huge. And then you start to understand improv and sketch. Like, there's a whole team there. It must be nice. I mean, I don't want an improv troupe follow me around, but it's got to be nice to have a little backup.
I would love to write it like a movie. I think that'd be awesome.
Really?
Yeah, why not, man?
I tried in college and I got like 40 pages in. Then you start going, oh, I don't know if this makes sense. What's Act 2? What's Act 3? What's the arc?
Because you need a guy who's like whose primary thing is writing scripts to write with you.
Exactly.
And then you'd have it.
Right.
That's why so many people write. It's like, it will be like screenplay and it's like 4 names.
Yeah, that's true. I always wondered about that.
Well, a lot of times I guess it's like 2 people who wrote it, and then like another 2 are like, we co-wrote it, but they just like changed like 4 lines.
Yeah.
But they're more famous.
Right. And then there's teleplay.
Yeah.
Script.
I don't know what any of that means.
Screenwriting, written by. There's always all these weird little terms I never know.
I think you'd write a great script.
I appreciate it. I like the dialogue part, but
that's what your act is. It's like you have that Rodney Dangerfield thing where someone like sets you up to say the funny thing.
Yeah, I can do the dialogue, I bet, but the actual character development and then the arc of the story, and then has to be a conflict and a resolution. That's the part that kills me.
Yeah,
the story structure. Which you're great at stories.
I don't think I am.
I mean, you got some. I mean, you put it at the end of your act for a reason. I mean, it's a big,
it's hard
compelling.
To follow.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not just like it's like you're burying yourself. It's hard to be doing like a lot of jokes and then tell a long story and then go right back into jokes.
That's true. Just
you gotta in terms of rhythm, they're just like, wait, what?
But you got that white knight, man. That's your white whale. I mean, you would text me at 4 a.m. This is 4 years in the making. Like, maybe this is the ending. Maybe that's the ending. And I was like, oh, that's not bad. And then 2 years later, maybe this is the ending. And I just pictured you with a fucking cigar sitting in an ashtray. You got a bottle of bourbon. Like, this White Knight story. Look that up. What special is that on?
It's the end of I Got This.
Yes.
It's the closer. That's funny. Yeah, I remember Colin Quinn being like, like I was running angles by him and he's like, nah, that doesn't work. I remember like running it by people, be like, what do I do? I can't figure this out.
Yeah, I picture you like a beautiful mind. You got a huge chalkboard in your bedroom and you're just like, I can't crack it.
It was tough. Stories are tough, but they take a lot of work.
They take a lot of work.
I would think of this story. There's a story about Leonard Cohen. Like, I relate so much to this story in terms of like how hard it is for me to write something I like.
Yeah.
But he met Bob Dylan for lunch.
Wow.
Or something like that. And he was like, oh, you wrote this song I love. And Bob Dylan's like, oh, you wrote a song, like, I love Hallelujah. How long did it take you to write? It's like 5 years. And he goes, you wrote this song. Like, how long did that take you? And he goes, oh, it was like 30 minutes.
Oh, isn't that crazy?
But I relate to the 5 years where you just agonize.
Of course, yeah.
Because that bit took me forever. Because I didn't know, I just put it, I just had to shelf it and just say, I forget, I'll come back to it in like 2 years.
You got to step back every now and then because you get lost in it. It's just like it consumes you and you can't see it clearly because you're in the middle of it. You got to get out of it and look at it for what it is.
Yeah, you got to you'd be a great story person. You just stick to jokes, though.
Yeah, I stick to jokes. I worry. I mean, if I have a joke with a setup that's a little bit longer than my normal setups, I feel like I'm losing them. Then you see one girl go pee, and you're like, oh, I'm fucked. She's gone.
What would your therapist say, though? He'd be like, they're connecting to you.
I know.
Although that might not be true of some of these strip malls. Sometimes they're just like, nah, I just want to check a text. There's a long bit.
I was in Miami a few weeks ago, and if you have 2 syllables extra, they are doing a rail off the table. They're ordering a drink. They're blowing somebody. It was tough. They're getting a jet ski online, So like that Miami is like you have a tight act.
I had a gig in Spokane, the Friday early show. They were just animals.
Mm-hmm.
Just truly animals.
They drink out there.
Yeah, they really do. Like the rest of the weekend they were good, but this one show I'll do a thing sometimes where I'm like, give me a topic just so and I'll riff on it the way like that set list show works.
Yeah.
Like, all right, if I can riff on this.
You do that to the crowd?
Sometimes, yeah.
Whoa.
At the end of shows because I try to come up with bits.
Sure.
So, and if I'm bored with the jokes, I just do that. And usually I'll get good and I'll try to write jokes about stuff so I can kind of like be like, let me try to slide this joke in, let me slide this joke in.
Yeah.
But they're just yelling all at the same time. And I'm just like, this isn't working.
Right. But they're just so drunk. They're like, do my thing. Do me. Interact with me. It's so funny how that works. Like we have all these tight jokes that are tried and true and tested. Just tonight I was bombing. I did an outdoor show, which is I think I'm done with. I'm giving up outdoor shows. Cold turkey.
It's horrible. I walk up to the stand and there's like an ambulance going by while someone's on stage. I'm like, I think we're good.
Yes.
I think we got this.
Yeah,
it was for the comic, by the way.
We both have the same joke. It's a nightmare, and I did it tonight. It's the last one. I'm putting my foot down, and I'm stepping in shit on the sidewalk. I'm done with it, but a lady was filming me. This Asian girl was filming me, and I was like, ma'am, could you just not do that? I know a guy who just got, his career ruined by saying an Asian joke. I'm trying to hold back. Could you put the camera away? Yada, yada. And she was cool about it. She's like, oh, sorry. But it just, that was killing harder than my act because it's in the moment. It's right there. You could see her. You got the context.
And they knew the story, all of them.
Some of them did. Yeah. Wow. I mean, these are comedy fans. Probably half of them knew. But I was still zinging and zanging a little. But that they were like, oh shit, this is crazy because it's a moment instead of just the other day I was at the store and you kind of get into that joke rhythm,
right?
And then it's like a lullaby almost,
right?
But yeah, she was nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's where were you this weekend?
Baltimore, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, Baltimore. It was great. We sold it all. It's so funny. I mean, I don't want to get too in the weeds of comedy, but I get a text on Tuesday, hey, man, you got to start promoting. Tickets are rough. And then I did that L.A. run, Bobby Lee and Chris D and all these other ones, Marin. Sold out, added a show, sold out. So
incredible.
Those podcasts, they work.
They were. Also, my mom heard you on Marin. Even you got the bump. Sam Morril's mom.
I'll take it. She knows comedy.
She loves comedy, and she was like, that was a hell of an. She listens to Marin constantly. It's so funny that my mom listens to Marin, but she'll say like, God, he's such a narcissist, and he's so full of himself, and he's so damaged. And I was like, but you like the show? She's like, he's a great interviewer.
He is great. She
loves the show.
I was in the middle. You've done it.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of it going, wow, he's good. Like in the middle of talking to him, I'm thinking this guy's good. He's pulling it out of you.
He brought it extra because of you, though, I think.
Well,
because you were bringing it, I think.
I was bringing it. It makes him bring it. And you're like a foot away from it. It's that tiny wooden table. You're in his basement. Did you Zoom it?
No, I was there.
Okay, because Joe List Zoomed it.
It was a big deal when I was there. It was like peak COVID.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, will you go? And I was like, yeah.
It's Marin.
Yeah.
You gotta
it was
go.
when I was still at like the peak paranoia of it.
But that's the thing about these, people shit on Marin. He's a narcissist. He's a cunt. He's prickly. But that's why it's a good show in a weird way.
He is a legend, and I do respect him a lot.
Definitely. I mean, I listened to him before I did comedy and enjoyed it. He's done like 40 Conans or something.
He also recorded 2 albums at the club I performed at over the weekend. Laughs in Seattle.
Is that right?
So Laughs is it was first called Giggles. Then it became a strip club. They just took the G off and called it Jiggles. So from Giggles to Jiggles, back to Giggles.
Yeah.
And now it's Laughs. And it was good. It was a good weekend.
Yeah, that's a real mom and pop kind of neighborhood club, too. It's like right in the residential area. I like that room.
Have you ever done Seattle, the city?
I did the Tacoma Underground. No, wait. The Underground. Seattle Underground.
Really?
I didn't do a weekend there, but I did a couple spots there. And it was good.
Yeah, it's like a classic room.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like heroin all around.
Yeah, I heard that guy likes to dance with the you know what,
the white horse. Yeah, the old yam. But
Seattle doesn't really have clubs.
I know, it's a major city, and they got Amazon there now, so it's like you'd think they'd be booming with clubs.
I mean, you just feel the wealth gap in that city. It's like there's literally like 40 homeless people, and then like 3 dudes fly by in a hovercraft, and you're like, what the hell?
I know. But the beauty of it is it's all white, so like you're like, look at that white piece of shit. Hey, look at that rich guy, and they're all the same, so you don't feel bad. When there's color involved, you're like, we got to help these people,
That's true. It is weird, but it's like, you know what it feels like? It feels like you like one corner's Dawn of the Dead, the next corner's like Star Trek or something.
It's so true.
It's really, and it's like weed is legal there.
Oh yeah,
there's weed everywhere. That you smell it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so many thrift stores.
Yeah. Mike Lawrence had this great joke. He's like, I love Seattle because you have so many strains of weed and lesbian. And you're like, that is such a perfect Seattle line,
I opened with one that hit where I said, man, I saw a homeless guy smoking weed. And I was like, do you need to be hungrier?
We'll work for Munchies.
Seattle was great, though. It's one of the I've never done a weekend there.
No, it's a great town. Good, smart audiences too. Like they get it. They're comedy people. I think sometimes those kind of hipstery towns like Portland or Seattle will overcompensate and like the dark stuff because they know they have that crunchy reputation.
Dead on. I think you're totally right. And yeah, I mean, I remember I used to have a bit about like the gator bit about the baby getting eaten. And I worked it out in Portland, and it bombed every show. There was a 7-minute chunk where I bombed every show, and I wouldn't stop doing it. I was like, by the end of the weekend, I was like, I think I have to drop it.
Whoa!
And then I went to Tampa, and boy, did they restore my confidence.
That's funny because that has like over 1 million views on YouTube.
A lot of them are hate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like that's the bit I've gotten the most like threats over.
I mean, that's Howard Stern, like he's like, yes, 60% of my views are people who hate me, but it's views.
Yeah, it's tough because I do feel like I'm mocking the woman who is outraged more than the baby. I feel like I made one joke about the baby and that outraged someone.
Right.
And the joke was really pretty tame, but then
that's a good point.
But then the woman got outraged, so I mocked her for like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And people were like, he's making fun of a dead baby. I'm like, I don't really feel like I am, but you know.
They don't listen. They just know the subject matter. Hey, like the crocodile ate a kid, and you're doing a joke about that. You're like, no, you got to listen.
Yeah, well, she tried to like get me fired for. It was a new joke. Obviously, it was like a brand new news story. I wrote it like that day.
Yeah.
And then she was like, he should not be allowed to work there. So I was mocking her. I mean, that's all I was doing.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is, folks. You got to listen.
If you try to get me fired, I should at the very least get to mock you in a comedy special.
Yes. Here. For doing comedy in a comedy club. What do you want, lady?
The Marin interview was so good that you told these stories, man. Like, I mean, the story about getting near mugged in the East Village.
I know. True story. And you're right. I got to do it on stage at some point.
Got to do it on stage because it's so fascinating that these dudes saved your ass.
Yeah. It's got everything. It's got layers because, like, I judged them. I didn't judge this guy, and I was completely wrong. Can't judge a book. For those of you, I'll give you a quick version. I came home. I used to live in Crown Heights, rough area. And I saw 5 guys on the corner shooting dice, drinking 40s, out of a movie, like central casting, the cardboard on the ground, jumping up and down, going nuts, rap music playing, I sound like an old man. They had the hippity hop playing and these smoking jazz cigarettes. But so I was like, all right, I'm going to just cross the street. And then an older guy's coming towards me, and I think he was on PCP or something. He just picks me up. He tried to get my iPod. He slammed me against the business. These guys come over, beat the shit out of him. I'm talking like kick him in the face and crazy shit. And then I ran home, and I got away with it. And the cop said, those are drug dealers. They can't have a white kid getting fucked up in the neighborhood, so they had to step in.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was...
that has layers, that story.
Yeah, that was 2007 in New York City, back when it, had some edge.
It's funny that you have a, like this fucked up thought, you kind of profile.
Yeah.
And then you get saved by them. I mean, there's absolutely layers there. Like to have a bad thought and then to be saved is...
Completely the opposite, yeah. I thought they were going to hurt me. They saved me. This guy...
But then they're still dealers.
Yeah, so you got
like,
that too.
There's like those, yeah.
So are they heroes? Are they not heroes? Yeah, it's fascinating.
It's like life, baby. It's complex.
You got that right.
Kind of like this red right here, Mark.
Yeah, full-bodied, very complex, heavy, goes down easy. You never got mugged. You're from here. You never got mugged.
My brother did.
Oh, really?
I never did. No.
Was it bad?
No, they stole his watch. It was like nothing. It was like a shitty watch.
Gun or anything?
Knife.
Ooh, yeah. Old school.
Yeah, no, I never got. I got fucked with. I never got mugged. I'd run away.
Yeah, well, that's the move.
Yeah,
fucked with like
guys like cornering me and talking shit.
Oh
and
yeah,
he was like, I gotta just get away.
Wow. Yeah. Poor little Sam with a backpack on.
I'm thinking when it happened. No, I was just in like a sweater. I was it was like a fleece or something.
Uh-huh.
That was it.
Yeah.
And they were like, he's a little white kid. Fuck this kid.
Right.
And they fuck with me, and nothing happened though. My brother got mugged, and he wasn't even that worried about it. He's like, yeah, it happens. My brother's pretty chill. Like he works for the DA's office. He's like,
oh wow.
He's like a legit like chill kind of. He hates. Like he's so left. He's so far left in his views and everything, and he's so like he's a great guy, but he's also like very he's always been against corruption,
Interesting.
Like he used to work for the CCRB, the Civilian Complaint Review Board, which is like
Whoa.
corrupt cops and shit. And yeah, now he's a DA's office. Like he's all about stopping corrupt people.
This feels like a TNT show. Man, that's crazy.
Morelli and Isles.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother's the exact same way. That's so funny.
My mom was freaked out because she was like, I didn't realize like Mark and you are like have similarities. Like
oh,
this.
yeah.
But we really like, I think we have the same issue. We've talked about it where we're like, I think a lot of comics like don't feel seen. Like it's beyond, it's not like we didn't get the attention. It's that we didn't feel seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are such an example of that to me because even in the Marin thing, you're talking about how, you're at this, like, you're at this public high school, then you're at the Catholic high school.
Yes.
And, like, either way, like, that's not, neither of those were really you.
Right, exactly.
You didn't really fit in it either.
Yeah, plus workaholic parents, military, ex-military parents, not a lot of hugging, not a lot of loving. And then my dad is so fucked up. Like, your dad was gone. But my dad
I was raised by my dad. I have a dad.
You had like a non-biological dad.
Yeah, but he adopted me. It's like when I was 7.
That's nice.
He's a lawyer, so he wanted I want to legally adopt you.
Wow.
I want to take you to a courtroom. I want it to be legal. I want you to be my
Yeah.
son. Great guy. I love him.
And the brother too, I assume.
No, that's his biological son.
Oh, so it's a halfie.
He had 2 kids. My siblings are step siblings.
Ah,
So-
it's sad.
so-
I'm learning all this on a pod.
I know. Well, the problem with you is we've talked for like 8 hours at a time. So I've definitely told you this shit
Yeah.
before, but we're usually drinking.
Yeah. Well, now it's good. It's on tape. I can review the tape.
So this is gonna be episode 64. Wait, so you have a half brother?
I think I did know that.
You definitely knew that. I've told you this shit a million times, but we've spent so much time talking that a lot of shit just gets pushed out.
Oh yeah.
You know?
And we're writing jokes. We're on the road. We're meeting weird people. Yeah, there's a lot to hold on to. But was there ever friction, like you're not my real brother kind of shit?
Yeah, there was friction.
Oh, really?
Well, not really as much with us as there was, I think, my mom. There was a little more friction because they already had a mom who wasn't. So it's understandable. Like, it's weird for me, like, my mom in the house represents stability, and, like, that's the only person I'd ever, like, known.
Sure.
Really. And then for them, it's like, it's a new figure who's, like, a threatening figure,
Of course.
I think. So
Authority.
it took a while. They were not warmed to her for a long time. So that was, I think, tough. I think blended families, no one.
That's
It's so common now, but like the nuclear family is kind of a thing of the past.
It's sad but true, yeah. Like my gal is pushing marriage, and I'm like, I don't know, Mulaney, Bezos, Gates. I mean, the writing's on the wall, sister, and they're like successful people. But
in 6 years, you're dating Olivia Munn. You're like, I told you, you did this to me.
Well, at least it's a happy ending. But yeah, boy, John's got some big shoes to fill. Aaron Rodgers, Chris Pine, the other guy. Yeah,
Chris Pine is one hot man. Woo! That is like, I'm straight, but I see that dude and I'm like, fuck.
I mean, hell or high water. He's almost too hot that it takes you out of it.
You're so right. I had the same thought. Like, he plays this like poor bank robber.
Yeah.
And his hair is incredible.
I know. Beautiful hair, the sweat on the forehead. He's got the shine from the sun. He's tan.
He is a gorgeous man. Yeah, he is a gorgeous man. He's also a great actor. I mean,
great actor.
Dude, Hella High Water's one of the best movies of the last 20 years.
Dude, so good. I mean, it was a little archetypey, the crazy brother, the son, the brother with the heart of gold. It was a little bit of that, but it still worked.
It worked, and Bridges is incredible, and the dialogue's great, and the bank robbery scenes were actually legit scary.
Yeah, and and then Jeff Bridges is the fun chief, like police chief, over the top. Incredible. Great movie.
I love Jeff Bridges so much.
That was up for Best Picture, I believe.
I think so, and Ben Foster's the crazy brother, right?
Oh, he is so good.
That dude's just like totally like the artsy actor.
I know.
He's so good in everything.
He's my favorite kind of actor where you don't really see him on the red carpet. He's not trying to do all the bullshit Hollywood hubbub, glitz and glamour. He's like, I just want to be a good actor and do great roles and do good work.
He's so good though. You're right. That really, I saw that with Ryan Hamilton in the theater. He's like my New York movie buddy, and because we always end up living like nearby.
Oh yeah.
And we kept turning to each other like, wow. I love seeing a movie with a friend where you just keep turning to each other like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to just stay up late when I was younger and watch movies. And, you get a couple duds every now and then. But every now and then you come across a movie like that. It like 1 a.m. You're like, should I watch it? I'll be up till 3. Fuck it, let's do it. You have a Rice Krispie treat, a fucking beer in your hand, and you're like, woo!
Damn.
And when it's a great movie, it is just you alone in your quiet living room, just deep entrenched in this plot and story. It's a beautiful thing.
The Rice Krispie treat. Wow, you just nailed it. The best childhood snack. They got a little greedy with the chocolate Rice Krispie treat. It's like, we didn't need it. We're good.
Yeah.
This is pulling its own weight.
You know how good the Rice Krispie treat is? They sell it at Starbucks, which is like this kind of cutesy, artsy coffee shop. They have jazz playing and everything, and blonde roast. Still got a Rice Krispie treat in there by the register.
But they put it in the clear wrapper to be like, look at this. This is a fancy Rice Krispie treat. I'm fine with the blue wrapper.
Yes, yeah, I'm fine with that too. And a cheap one is good, and an expensive one is good. Sometimes they're like this big, and it's a perfect square. Like at the diners or whatever. Man, that is an underrated treat.
It's weird that it's got a sluttier attire in the fancier place.
Oh, the clear wrapper. Yeah, it's like a see-through dress.
Yeah,
interesting.
But it is a damn good. I mean, that as a kid, that was probably my favorite. Like,
same.
I don't know if it got better than a Rice Krispie treat.
And you could make it, and you're with your mom, and you're stirring the shit, and you eat some of the raw part, before it goes in, and you got to wait for it. The anticipation, that was good stuff.
So good. Were there any other what's your movie go-to treats?
I'm a Reese's guy. I'm all the way Reese's Pieces, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, the mini cup, but I also like a Milk Dud.
Milk Duds are good, man.
I love the box. I love how it's that cardboard box. You can shake it. How many I got left? You pour it in.
Oh,
I like a box.
How about the people when they dump the treat in the popcorn?
I don't know about that.
That's like the autoerotic asphyxiation of childhood movie-going snacks.
It's too much.
It's too much.
The popcorn's good. The candy's good. You don't need to combine them, Yeah,
it's intense. It's okay, but yeah, it's a little... popcorn's good, but I never have... Movie popcorn's the best. Buttery movie popcorn, but you never feel good after.
Never. Well, you're just like shoveling it in, It's so unnecessary, and it's so buttery.
And it's so good.
And then you're like wiping that seat down with your hands, We've all done it. The movie theater, I mean, I know it's a relic of the past. There's some 22-year-old going, huh? Well, I go to the ArcLight, It's I get a beer, I get a steak, and I'm like, they're reclining and shit. They got a candle. That ain't what it is. It's all about throwing the shit on the ground, rusty seats, they crinkle, and they got holes in them. That was what it was all about.
I do kind of like the reclining seats.
I kind of like it too, but we went through the hardship. We earned it. These guys got it right away.
I used to have a joke about how I saw the movie 12 Years a Slave in one of those reclining seat moves.
That's great.
Where you could where the waiter would come in. It's like the time you really feel bad. He's like, "Can I get you anything?" I'm like, "You've done plenty."
One of my greatest memories, I saw The Departed twice at Alamo Drafthouse. I was living in San Antonio for a year. It was a wild move. It's a whole...
I never knew you lived in San Antonio.
I was shooting I was failing out of college, basically, and my dad's like, I know a guy in the movie business. You can be like a PA or a gopher on this movie set. It was like a B movie called From Mexico with Love. Look it up if you want. Give it a goog. And it never went anywhere.
Anyone in it that you know?
One of the guys from Scarface is in it, and one of the guys from Animal House. That guy, Brian McGill. This guy was like the next big thing, this hot Mexican guy. He never went anywhere. But Kuno Becker, I think that was his name. But yeah, I was just a gopher, like get the coffee, get this. And it was a fantastic learning experience and like a wild time. We go to strip clubs and it was Texas. And I had to live on a guy's couch for like a year. And I remember I was banging the like this PA girl with me, and she was like this hot Mexican chick named Sophia. And it was just a wild time. But I forgot my point. How did we get to this?
Movies?
Oh, yeah. I would go watch. I was so obsessed with. I went to film school, and I was so obsessed with movies. So my dad was trying to get me like on some kind of track. Like, you're a loser. You're a bum. You're failing out of college. You barely made it out of high school. Like, go be on these movie sets. And I was like, I'll take it. Okay. And it was an adventure, but I would go watch movies when we had time off at the Alamo Drafthouse. And it was like a beer, and you could have like an enchiladas while watching The Departed. It was a highlight of my life.
It is good. I mean, I'm still like a classic like Candy with the movie guy, but like I like the movie theaters where they're like there's one fucking closed down Upper West Side, classic movie theater, 60-something street. Broadway, they would always have like the foreign films, the Woody Allen films, the indie films.
Yes.
And they served cashews. That's how you know you're getting a good movie, when they've got cashews at the snack bar.
Was that the Sunshine or the Angelica?
No, those are both downtown.
Oh,
this
those
is
uptown.
in the 60s, yeah. Sunshine and Angelica. Angelica's great, but problem with that is it's right by the 6 train. So every once in a while, you'll be in a pivotal scene in a movie and you just hear a train go by. Like, man, that really fucked with the suspense there. That was rough.
That's hilarious. You hope you're watching Pelham 1, 2, 3, so it kind of can match up maybe. But yeah, that is tough. Damn. You know what I love in New York, and this is off topic. I mean, that movie stuff was magical, but you know what I'm seeing a lot? I live in the West Village, and 6th Avenue goes right by my house. It's like a big thoroughfare or boulevard, whatever you want to call it. And I'm seeing a lot of like kids, I'm talking 15, 16, on bikes, mini bikes, scooters, mopeds, and they're like doing wheelies. And there's like 20 of them, 30 of them.
Yeah.
Going down 6th Avenue, cutting in between cars, popping wheelies. And everybody's like, oh, you know, these old ladies are holding their purse, and it's like street kids, you know, and it's like diverse and black and white and Hispanic and Asian, and they're all like kind of dirty and fucked up. I love that shit.
Yeah, they're like the new Warriors.
They're
or
like
something.
the Warriors, and
It
they
is
all,
pretty cool.
they all go chee chee chee, which I don't know what that means, but I watch them, and everybody hates them because they're like ruining the village, I guess. But like, I like it because they're not on the internet. They're not, you know, talking about cancel culture or retweeting or TikToking. These kids are out there shirtless doing wheelies with a chain wallet and torn pants. I love it.
They're living life, and they're actually going to get stories.
Yes.
You don't get any stories. What did you do in your 20s? Peaky Blinders? No, these
So
guys
true.
actually they're going to have stories.
Yeah,
and that's
I mean,
kind of cool.
They'll rob us at one point, I'm sure. they'll put a knife to our neck, but I like that there's
While
still
I'm watching
some...
Peaky Blinders on my phone.
Yeah.
Fuck, take it here.
Full circle, yeah. But I mean, I just like this. I'm sure these kids are delinquents and hooligans, but like they got some life in them, and it feels like the youth is so watered down and like, hey, don't fat shame or whatever, which I get. Like, I don't want you to be mean, but these kids are like living, you know, and then they're probably going back and fingering a girl and drinking a 40, and I don't know. It just seems it's a relief to see some
They're going to
kids.
kidnap one of the new Hearst girls. But other than that, no, you're right. There at least have there's like an energy and an originality.
Yes.
Like
there's adventurism in there. I don't know if that's a word.
I don't know either.
They have
Adventurousness? Is that a word? I don't
maybe
know.
That's a good Scrabble word if it is a word. That's got a lot of vowels. But yeah.
But no, you're right. They're living their own way, and I respect people that are like doing anything kind of different against the grain.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid. I think this wine's hitting me.
You're a skater. Get some over here. Let's do a little more.
Yeah, hold on.
Anytime I hear when I was a kid, something good's coming up, so let's get in here.
Well, I was a skateboarder, and, you know, my parents are like these intellectual cunts, and they're always reading and listening to classical music. And I heard my dad's friend be like, oh, the skateboard, he's got a chain wallet, you know, he's got long hair or whatever. Like, does that worry you? And he was like, no, I'm glad he's out there getting in the sunshine, like hanging out with his friends, fucking around. Like, he's not doing heroin. He's like jumping off stairs and trying shit. They're filming stuff. And it meant the world to me.
Cut to you robbing a lady. Fuck you. Give me your purse.
Yeah, right. We used to do a thing called Yahoos where did you guys do that?
What's that?
That's where you go into like a 7-Eleven or something and you all grab a case of beer and yell Yahoo and run out.
I've never done that.
You never did that?
That's hilarious.
Oh, man. But that's what life was like back then. It was fucking wild. And this Korean guy pulled a gun on my friend Paul, and we all ran out of there. And he was like, "Oh!" He was like this fat kid with pink cheeks, and the Korean guy pulled a gun on him. And then so we all get back to the meeting point. We all have our cases. It's a great night. We're like, "Where's Paul?" And then we cut to Paul running down the street going, "Ah!" The Korean guy going, "Ah!" You know, but he couldn't leave the store, so he had to run back. But
he's chained like Ned Beatty in Deliverance. He's like,
he gets plowed from behind from the Korean bodega owner. But yeah,
God damn, that's incredible, dude.
Oh, that was a Tuesday. I mean,
That's
we were.
fucking great.
It was New Orleans. It was lawless. It was pre-internet, pre-cell phone camera. Good times.
Damn, dude, that's great.
Yeah. So that's why I see these kids and I go, there's still some hope for humanity, even though they are. I'm sure they're criminals.
Yeah, you know, just hope they're not like going too hard with the drugs, but
yeah, you hope.
You know, but shit, that's the other thing. Oh, the Attack of the Screaming Beer Thieves. What is this, Harry?
Oh.
This is other people yahooing.
That's hilarious.
All right, great. It's still a thing?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yahoo.
In 2002.
Oh, 2002. Okay, that was a different time. What did you guys do? I mean, you were in the big city. Did you guys?
We do Dine and Ditch and shit like that, but
Dine
it was
and
nothing
Ditch.
like Yahoo sounds way fun. We would start. We were bad kids in the way where we would start shit and like. It's dumb. It's too dumb.
Of course, it's all dumb. We were idiots.
I mean, I remember we were into pro wrestling, so we'd go in and we just grab an energy drink and pop it and chug it, but then throw it all over ourselves
That's
and do
great.
like the DX, and
Yeah.
we'd all laugh and they go, "You piece of shit."
Yeah, that's when whenever you hear a girl, she's like, "Boys my age are so immature." You're like, "Yeah, they are."
Well, I was in all boys school, so we were way worse. I mean, we were
yeah.
10 times worse. I mean, it was like the
Totally.
farts when farts are celebrated.
Yes,
That's the
yes.
problem. Like, you're in a co-ed class, you kind of like, I'll hold it in. You're in an all boys class, you're like, smell it.
I remember this is what's so great about Michelle Wolf. Besides the fact that she can drink like an old
She's
sailor.
got to be a future guest on this.
We got to get her on, and she's gonna get that Pennsylvania accent drunk. I love when that comes out.
Hershey's. Oh my God. That episode we called it "We're Definitely Drunk."
Yes, she'll come in drunk. But one time back in like early open mic days, and she was super new. We both were at a show in Red Hook. You're just so desperate for stage time. You're like, I'll go to that. I'll do that. I'll take a bus, whatever it takes. We're both at a show in Red Hook. There's 3 people there. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's some shitty bar. It's an ambush show. And I'm sitting in the back with her, and we're watching the show, and I just go, and I farted like huge, just, and the guy on stage was like, "What was that?" And she was like, "Ah!" And she's like such a cool gal, and she was like on her fucking hands and knees laughing at this fart, and I was like, "Man, this is great."
That's fucking gold.
You don't always see a lady, dying at a fart, but that's Wolf for you.
I picture her laugh, and it's making me laugh. I mean,
Yeah.
that is cool to have friends like that where you can fart. And like, I remember we were across the street from this hotel in high school, and there would be people sometimes like, it's a hotel, so sometimes they'd be changing with the windows open.
Oh, yeah.
So we'd be in like math class, and I'd stand up and be like, "Titties!" And everyone would cheer, and they'd be like, "Get out, Sam!" But I just alerted everyone titties, so I was like, I got applause when I walked out.
You're like that, like the guy in the war who has the drums. You're like, I gotta start this thing. That's a good man.
As I'm dying, I'm like, they're like, "Say it one more time, Sam." You're like, "Titties." Like, damn it. He was the comic relief.
Wow, so crazy to see a hotel from your school.
It was weird. Yeah, there's a lot of good stories from there. I mean, there's
What street was that?
62nd between Park and Madison, Browning. Wow. Yeah, it was so weird, dude.
Bet you got some good alumni from that place.
Howard Dean.
Oh.
He's our most famous one.
Okay, that's a good one.
That
counts.
Yeah, he had a good run. Remember, that was back when you got canceled for going, "Woo!" That's all that guy did, and he got fucking canceled. Oh, yeah, there was a Chappelle show sketch about it.
Really?
All he did was like do an awkward celebration, like, "Woo!" when he ran for president.
Yeah.
And they were like, "This guy's weird, fuck him."
Whoa, it wasn't buttoned up enough.
Now it's like Matt Gaetz. Now it's like real shit.
Yeah, I'm flying in 12-year-olds. We got speaking
Nash.
of, is that him?
No, John D. Rockefeller went.
Wow.
Oh, okay, so he's better than us.
That's an old school.
Yeah, it's old school.
Hey, old school. All right. Hey. Speaking of Rockefeller, you don't need to be when you're wearing sheath underwear. I love sheath. I'm literally wearing them right now. I swear to God. Look at that. I never take them off. Sheath is the best in the biz. They look great. They feel good. They're sexy. They got the segregated genitals with the dick flap and the ball flap. I mean,
love it.
Your
I
dick
love
and
it.
balls have been scraping up against each other for thousands of years, generations. Finally, they got some space. They got a 2-bedroom.
I'll tell you, man, I was on the road for like 6 days. I ended up adding a show, so I didn't have enough underwear. So I had to I had to find underwear on the road. I ended up finding a Gap. I put it on in my hotel room. It's got no flap for your dick.
Oh, I
This
hate
is the
no
new
flap.
craze. Designers are like, yeah, it's like 25% of underwear with new designs are no flap. We're supposed to piss over the roof rather than go through the fence. What the fuck's wrong with you animals?
That's crazy. Come on. What are we, savages?
These are good. I wear these underwear. That's great underwear.
Great. That's all. I've gone full sheath. I used to be like other Hanes or whatever. I'm out. It's all sheath. That's all I wear. They look good. They feel good. They're supportive. The lady likes them. They're kind of sexy and they hold everything up. I'm a big fan. It's from a U.S. Army soldier named Robert Patton. He did 2 tours in Iraq.
And great in Twilight.
Yeah. Check him out. He's a veteran-owned company. He's a founder and a big comedy fan. He loves all of us, and he made a good product. Tell him how to do it there, Sammy.
Sheathunderwear.com, promo code DRUNK, and you get 20% off with your first order. And Sheath Underwear, 100% back, money back guarantee. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code DRUNK. Get Sheath Underwear and let them support your balls.
Yeah, you got that right.
Good stuff. I like it.
Now you got a peeve or what?
I got a few.
Please.
I always have a few. First off, I'm in this great hotel in Spokane. Amazing hotel. So it's taken work for me to find complaints, but I found one. 20 little pillows. Not one good pillow. 20 little pillows.
So with you.
What the fuck is this shit? Who
I
designed
know.
this? A fucking 14-year-old girl?
Yeah, that's what it is, because you got to knock 19 of them off just to go to bed. But now you wake up and you're like, oh, shit, you're stepping on pillows all day, and they take over the whole floor space.
Not only that, you got to put 3 of them together to get a decent pillow.
That's so true.
And it doesn't work. I hate the little pillows. Give me one good pillow.
One
2 good
pillow.
pillows.
2. I'm a human being. I mean, it's sad when you're like, maybe I'll get a My Pillow. That's not a good point in life, So yeah, what's with the million pillows? And there's always that one long one, that goes on top.
I don't mind the long one because sometimes I sit up and I'll watch. I watch basketball before bed a lot on the road, and I'll sit up on that and I'll watch it. So I'm okay with it.
Little lower lumbar.
A little lumbar support. I'm okay with that, but I need a good pillow, and a lot of these hotels are skimping, man.
Yeah, your head goes and it just hits the bed. It's just like flat.
They spend so much money on these rooms. Get a fucking decent pillow.
That's so true. Good point. Good point. I mean, we're in hotels every week, and I just was in a hotel, and the pillow was amazing. I can't remember where I was, and I remembered it. I was like, wow, the pillow is always shitty, and here it's great. I think it was actually Tacoma.
They usually those guys put you in good hotels, though.
Yeah,
It's always like a swanky boutique hotel.
Definitely.
Makes a big difference, man. Hotel, it's like, I'm starting to value quality of life. I really used to stay in some shitholes, and I did not realize it.
Same. Yeah, you're just like, this is what it is. This is how you live. I'm
and
a
then
comic.
you're in a nice hotel, and you're like, man, this is making me not as depressed to be on the road.
I agree, but I will push back, and I don't love too nice, like these super 5-star with the the mint on the pillow and the potpourri and all that, because I'm like, what, it's $18.99 for Wi-Fi?
Oh, fuck.
Like,
because they got in
up
late.
everything.
They got in late on the Wi-Fi. They got some bad deal or something, right? So they started charging people. It's insane.
Yeah, and they figure, well, you're already at the 4 Seasons. You can afford $18.99 a day, so why the hell
It's
not?
a dick move. Also, on flights, you're flying from like New York to LA, 30 minutes of Wi-Fi, $11.99.
That's crazy.
Eat shit.
shit.
My move is I always say, it's not working very well. I get a free session.
Is that right?
I always pull that on customer support. It never does work well.
That's true. It doesn't.
And I just spent $11.
Yeah, and it takes forever to load, and you're like, all right, let me try Google.com. Oh, no, because you're waiting for it to click over, and it never works for me. It's always a nightmare.
Drives me a huge peeve of mine. Nick DiPaolo is a great joke. I checked into a hotel. There was a shit in the toilet. I said, most hotels leave a mint on my pillow. Classic road bit.
I think the mint is over, by the way. I haven't seen a mint on a pillow in 10 years.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Wonder what that's about.
What, you got a peeve?
I got a peeve, and I hope we haven't talked about this before, but I've been tweeting and whatnot, trying to work jokes out on Twitter. And if my joke is anywhere near kind of third raily, in a dicey territory, I get the lady going, hey, look, I'm a fan. I think you're funny, but this joke, do better. I'm done with do better. I hate do better. You do better. You're reading my tweets, and you got to comment on me. You do better.
Do better should be for like fucking ex-cons.
Yes, yeah, rehab or something. Do better. It's so cunty and vague and like dismissive.
You'd only say that to a comedian. You would never say that at a restaurant. Hey, do better.
Right.
You would never say that. It's the lack of respect, and it really,
condescending, completely condescending. Do better. Like, I don't know. Or this is another one I hate is when they go, you're better than this. Am I? Maybe I'm not. Let me not be better than this.
Well, I remember I got in trouble for a joke years ago, and a comic that we both know kind of took a little shot at me, and he goes, "Yes, comedian, yes, fellow comedian," which already is so smug.
Yeah.
Sweet. Your joke was clever, but don't you want to be a little bit better than that?
Oh, come on.
And I was like, how about your act? None of it's clever.
Right, exactly. It's that weird compliment to, it's like that misdirect, compliment to insult. Like, I'm a fan, you're good, but don't you want to be a little better than that? I know what you're
think
capable
about the
of.
impact of your comedy. Think about who you're hurting. Would you ever say that to Tarantino, you fucking
Exactly.
fake fuck?
And the impact is a laugh. That's the impact I'm trying to get. I'm not trying to save the world here.
And also, I think we do put a lot of thought into our jokes.
Of course.
And also,
Maybe more than them.
when you walk a line with jokes, I do think you're gonna get burned every once in a while.
Sure,
That's how it works,
sure.
man. I just was at Gotham and fuck. I had jokes that were, I'll put it this way, they were hitting all week in Seattle.
Yeah.
And they were a little too this crowd was a little too woke for it at Gotham. So
Mm.
that's all right.
Yeah, it sucks because it's like that Bill Burr thing. Like, you don't know what I meant by that, but you're assuming I meant a certain thing, and you're putting that in my act. I didn't mean that.
I
You
think
took
they
it
just
that
didn't
way.
like it though. I did it like 14 minutes into my set where I was killing, and I kind of just went off a cliff at the end.
I think people are kind of conditioned, especially on the coast, that they're like, "Oh, that's a radioactive territory. I'm just hanging back." Even if it's great writing, even if it's a great point, even if you're not wrong, that's dicey waters, and I'm just to be safe, I'm gonna hang back. And they would laugh at that if it was just you and them in their living room. But I think in public, people now are kind of going, I'm just going to play it safe here.
Yeah, it's almost like I don't want to be on record.
Yeah, whereas in Seattle, they're like, there's no record. We're out. We're having fun.
Seattle's a woke town, though, man.
I know, but I think it's...
But they were also there for me, so maybe
they're there for you, and there's not as... I think there's a little more pressure here and in L.A. and places like that.
Man, L.A. is some bullshit, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because New York can get annoying with that shit, but L.A.'s on another level.
Yeah, it's so phony.
I was thinking about what you said, and I feel like you need to think about the impact of what you were saying and think about maybe a more clever way to say it.
Yeah,
okay?
you have a platform up there, and you should be using it for better, for good, instead of your pedophilia content. You're like, all right.
Do you know how many kids are molested every year? Do you? No, I just talk like this, and people assume I'm smart.
Right.
So maybe you should stop pushing back and just listen.
And then, ironically, the only way to get them is to go, well, I was molested. And they go, oh, my God, you were? You're like, yeah, how about that? Let me deal with my pain. I don't know. Maybe I might have blocked it out. But that's what I tell them, just so they leave me alone. It's weird.
That's the best response ever. You were molested? Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? I am a survivor. Somebody told me I'm a survivor because I lost my virginity to like a 55-year-old when I was 16. So in a way, I am a pedophile survivor.
You're not a survivor. You're a hero.
I'm a hero, yeah. But somebody had to tell me that. They're like, you're like a survivor of sexual assault or whatever. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about it that
Somebody
way.
made it out of the Holocaust and you fucking someone who was older than you get the same name? I don't know about that.
I never even thought about it. That never crossed my mind. I was like, I fucked an old lady. It was awesome. She didn't charge me.
Was it awesome?
It was awesome, yeah. I loved every minute of it. I went up there willingly into her hotel room. I met her dumb husband, and
you're probably not a survivor then.
I don't know. But by definition, I'm like I don't know.
There's
victim.
got to be a difference between.
Of course.
I hate to be this dude, but there's a difference between a 16-year-old guy and a 16-year-old girl.
There is. Yeah. Calling a girl fat from the stage and calling a guy fat, different. It's a different world, and we can deny it all day, but it's just how it is. And you can just go off the reactions. You can tell me I'm wrong.
Women
but
are more judged for their body than men are.
Of course. And then you go, that's your girlfriend, buddy? Man, she's out of your league, and it gets a big laugh. But if I was like, that's your boyfriend? Man, he's way hotter than you. The girl's like, geez, I don't know. It's just different. It's just how it is.
I think the fun fat guy is like more celebrated than the fun fat girl. Like,
definitely.
If you're the fun fat guy, you get a nickname like the Tank or something.
Yeah, right.
Like you're kind of like so yeah. There is a double standard, but there's got to be.
But
there's some fairness to it, I think.
But yeah, but that also proves it's different. Whether it's different good,
we
different
are
bad, it's all different. Yeah,
for sure.
That's why it's annoying. Like, we're all the same. It's like, I don't know. You know it isn't because there's a hashtag men suck. But if we're all the same, shouldn't it be people suck?
It's funny, there's a lot of stuff with Caitlyn Jenner because she's running for governor and following the footsteps of Arnold, former figures of masculinity who now have tits. And
Nice.
no, but she had the thing where she said, "I don't think trans people should get to compete."
Yeah.
In sports,
Which is interesting coming from a trans person. It changes the game a little.
well, you got to also think it worked out perfectly for her,
Of course.
because she gets to be the Olympic hero as the man.
Yeah.
Then she got to be the man for another 40 years or so.
Yeah. And you know what also is interesting about Caitlyn Jenner? And now we're going through a whole trans rabbit hole here, but she's dating a 25-year-old trans person.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And you're like, that's pretty, that feels kind of mannish. You're dating the young chick? I don't know. I mean, that feels like a guy move. Just saying.
Pulling a Sinatra here.
Yeah. I mean, you're pulling a Sinatra, a Led Zeppelin, a Woody Allen, what's that guy? Great Balls of Fire guy. What's his name?
She's a fascinating person.
Chuck Berry.
She is a fascinating person, though.
Oh, of course.
By the way, every musician has fucked a 14-year-old.
Of course.
Who your grandparents listen to. They're like, I like that. So when you're on this cancel thing, it's like, all right, I want to see your playlist, though.
Ah, good point.
I
R.
wanna see-
Kelly.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
I'm not at all condoning it, but I'm saying have some consistency with the people that you quote unquote hate.
Of course. Yeah.
Marvin Gaye.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Oh yeah, a lot of people. So
Yeah,
Elvis
interesting.
Presley.
Yeah.
How about
like we all hate Woody Allen, but a lot of these guys.
But we all secretly still like his movies.
Wow, he's a talented man.
It's hard to watch
Brilliant.
it now though, but it's like,
Sure.
man, I still think some of his movies are some of the best movies ever made.
Of course.
That was a tough blow.
Yeah. But then some kids say he did, and then some of his kids say he didn't. So then you're like, who do we believe?
We want to believe he didn't for so many reasons.
Yeah.
But it's hard to believe. I couldn't watch the documentary.
I couldn't watch it either.
Because I think he did it.
Really? I don't know. I don't know enough, and I don't want to know enough. I
It's
move
tough.
on. I couldn't watch the Michael Jackson one either.
Yeah, that was tough.
I just think it's so weird that we're like, you made that pedophile joke, you piece of shit. Ooh, Michael Jackson doc. Get the popcorn.
Right.
It's like,
It's theater.
I thought you hated this stuff.
But it's theater.
It's theater.
It's they're watching it like there is a sickness to like watching this true crime genre while you're just stuffing goobers down your throat. Like,
and the more gruesome, the more entertaining, and you're like, okay, then it's like Ted Bundy's cute. I hear that every 10 minutes. Ted Bundy's so hot.
He's
oh
not
my
even
God.
that good looking.
I never thought he was either. I mean, it was pretty badass that he's like his own lawyer and all that shit. Then he breaks out of prison when no one thought he could. So like he's definitely
badass. It's also not a smart at all move. I mean, he's kind of a dipshit, you know?
Well, I mean, he's just so confident, like self-assured. Like I can do this. I can, defend myself in a court of law and kind of
I get it's not
do
exactly
well.
my cousin Vinny, you know?
Great movie. Love that movie. Marissa Tomei. Oh.
That's one of the best comedies.
Oh, my
Joe
God.
Pesci fucking rules.
Rules.
This pod will always go back to movies at some point.
Yeah, that's
because we
true.
both love movies. That's definitely the basis. That was a big part of our friendship early on, probably.
I think he's from Jersey.
Bundy?
No,
Pesci?
Pesci. I'm always obsessed with people are from.
He's Jersey. Yeah, well, he produced Jersey Boys.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He hates acting. He wanted to be a singer growing up.
He was in a comedy troupe with Frank Vincent.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
From Newark.
Newark.
Look that up, Harry. I think he was in a comedy troupe with Frank Vincent from The Sopranos, I believe.
And I know he was in like a boy band back in the day.
So funny. He's the heartthrob.
Yeah, I know. He's like 5'1".
There was a great Family Guy thing with Joe Pesci. They're like, this is what a tough guy used to look like.
It's also a testament to his acting because the guy who plays in Goodfellas was like 6'5". He was just like this bruiser, crazy psycho guy, and then he's 5'3". But they're like, he's so good, let him do it.
He's so scary in it.
So scary, just nothing to lose. I'll kill anybody, and fucking hilarious.
I saw all his shitty 90s movies, too. I saw Gone Fishing. I saw
Same.
Eight Heads in a Duffel Bag. I
Same.
saw Jimmy Hollywood. I just loved Pesci. So I was just like...
He's great in everything.
Yeah, he is
there
a
he
legend.
That scene in Casino with him and De Niro in the desert going back and forth is like legendary. They redid it once with Kermit or Bert and Ernie, I think.
What?
And it went viral. It was pretty great.
Dude, the last scene of Casino might be one of the most brutal.
Oh, with the tidy whities.
That's one of the worst.
Brutal.
Man, that's a memorable violent scene. But
yeah, he's still breathing. Oh god, too much. I saw that too young, and they put that on TV. That was on cable.
Yeah, they cut out fuck, but they'll let you show a guy like beaten to death in his underwear.
I know, with a baseball bat. Then they just slide him into a hole in the dirt.
I remember on Goodfellas, instead of fuck you on TV, it would always be forget you.
Yeah. Greg Johnson used to have that funny bit about in Die Hard 3, he has to go to Harlem with the sandwich board that says I hate N-words. And then they changed it on cable to I hate everyone. Which is like doesn't read at all the same way. Like some guy in Harlem would be like, we gotta beat that guy up. He hates everyone.
Damn.
Yeah.
Die Hard 3, man, those movies were fun as hell.
Oh, well, Die Hard 1 was a game changer for action movies, because it was like
it was
Christmas.
all Arnold before that, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like fun. He was an everyman. He wasn't like giant ripped guy. He was like, just this New York cop going out to L.A. They made fun of L.A. There's no snow. I was just so layered and so much more fun that this regular guy is like lost in a skyscraper. And then they just...
Reginald Vell Johnson from Family Matters, so good in that movie. I love that guy. Dude, I loved Family Matters growing up.
I did too. By the way, side note, Reginald Vell Johnson, the most typecast man in history. Cop on Family Matters, cop in Die Hard, cop in Turner and Hooch, and cop in Ghostbusters.
He's great, though.
He's great. I love him.
Yeah, Urkel was like... That was such a perfect show for kids.
Oh,
it was so
yeah.
stupid. It was like classic, like, this is what you mock now. Did I do that? Like, this is the cheesiest shit ever.
I know.
But I loved everyone on that show. I loved Eddie. I loved all of them.
Yeah, we watched it all. And here's the crazy part about that show. That show is a spin-off of the elevator operator and Perfect Strangers. That was the mom.
Whoa.
And that's where that show came from, which is like, this is what we're going off of, the elevator operator who had 2 lines a show on this, fish out of water sitcom bullshit from the late 80s. And then that became Family Matters, which sucked. And then they introduced Urkel, and then it became popular.
Damn.
And then it just went all Urkel.
And then they were just basically doing the Nutty Professor when he became Stefan.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, good point.
Dude, Perfect Strangers, I love.
I love that shit. I'd watch it with my dad. He's like, Balky's on, get in here. You're missing top-notch comedy gold here. This guy's from, Slovakia or whatever the hell he was from.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, man.
That guy
Bronson
rules.
Pinchot. So good.
That guy rules.
We talk about two guys raised by TV. I'm like talking about the origins of Family Matters.
I loved it though, man. Wait, did you give a peeve?
Do better.
Do better. That's fucking good. Sorry, the booze.
You got a rec?
I do. It's a weird one. All
Oh,
right.
good.
So
I got a weird one too.
So first, I got to shout out Dana Gould, who I love. He told me to read The Watchmen, the graphic novel.
Ah.
Dude, I never read a graphic novel in my life. They're
Me
basically, I read comic books when I was a kid, but
Sure.
this is some adult shit. I love it. And I
Really?
watched the Watchmen show on TV and I couldn't get into it.
I was the same way. It wasn't for me.
Didn't love it. The graphic novel is brilliant, dude. I love it. I'm like halfway. I'm like halfway through from the flight back from Seattle. But
Really? You're the nerd guy on the flight with the graphic novel
I
now.
was like, fuck it, I'll read it. It's so good.
Wow. Now, clue me in, because I always pushed back on the graphic novel.
Well, it's got so much depth. Every character, it opens with a murder, and this guy is murdered, and they're kind of like, how was he murdered? He's so big and strong, and they kind of don't know how it happened. And you kind of figure out who this guy was, and he was part of this superhero group back in the day. But he was a bad guy. He tried to rape another superhero.
What?
He was a bad human being. He fucking kills someone in a really cold-blooded, I don't want to reveal, but a really cold-blooded way. And you're like, man, this is kind of dark and fascinating. And then
whoa,
these other superheroes are all these tortured people, but they're all so three-dimensional that it feels so real, and the problems are so real. It's war. It's drama within this group of superheroes. It's someone's picking them off, and some of them are too smart for their own good. And these characters are so complex that it just sucks you right in. And it's by Alan Moore, and I think Dave, was it Gibbons who did it? The animation. So Alan Moore sold it. He didn't want nothing to do with the shows. I think he got a shit deal from DC and was like, "Fuck you, I want nothing to do with it."
Oh, it's DC.
Yeah, so they, I think, got the rights. I could be wrong. They got the rights, I believe, and then got made into a movie. He made a lot of other stuff. He did like V for Vendetta.
Wow.
He did
That's great.
From Hell. He's done a lot of stuff that got adapted, but he wants nothing to do with any of it.
Yeah.
Because I think, he's just like, they ruined my shit. I won't even watch it.
Interesting.
And he got a bad deal. So
wow.
he doesn't want to watch. I don't know what the financial situation is, but like this dude's clearly a genius. Like clearly.
Yeah. Definitely. He's got all that in his head. That's amazing.
So I was like, wow, this is pretty damn good. I've never read a graphic novel.
So Dana was like, you got to check it out. You're not going to, you think you won't like it, but you're going to love it. And you did.
We worked on a superhero show idea together, and he was like, just read this. It's great. It'll be a good template for you.
I love it. I'm always impressed with anyone who gets a rec and goes with it. Most people go, yeah, whatever.
I go with his recs all the time because he has great taste. Like,
sure.
His taste is so good.
Yeah. I know what you got to trust the guy to go with the rec. But wow, now because I know friends who love it, and I always push back on watch. I'm like, he's got a cape. I can't get into that.
Oh, it's incredible though.
Really?
Oh, I mean, dude, it's the dialogue is noir-esque. It's like very kind of noir. I love it.
And it's just a book with a lot of pictures, basically.
Pictures, but great lines.
Oh, interesting. All right.
It's a lot of dialogue. There'll be pages with no pictures. There'll be a few pages in a row with no pictures. Sometimes there'll just be writing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought it was just all because they're very glossy and kind of nice.
Yeah.
So I always thought it was just basically a picture book.
I'm new to it, so I'm a noob in this area.
Yeah.
But man, I loved it. I'm not done with it yet, but I'm loving it. So I'm gonna stick with it for sure.
All right, that's a great rec. I would have never thunk.
I would have never thunk either, but man, it's really. I'm trying to be. That's another thing. I want to be a little open here.
Yeah, good. That's good. Love open. No one's open anymore. I love that. Everybody's got their niche. They got their. We're all so splintered. We all have. This is the podcast I like. The show I like. It's good to open up.
Not only that, but maybe like if I can't ever sell this show because I love this show so much, like I will make it as a graphic novel.
So you got to know about them if you're going to make
know
one.
it. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because sometimes it's so hard to make a show. You got to you got to just own the IP to make the show.
Right.
There's so much corporate strangulation with shows now where they're Marvel's everything.
Yeah, they really are. They're taking over. And then Disney owns Marvel.
Yeah.
So then Disney's taking over. Like Disney Plus apparently is like the most watched, and then Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
kids. And then parents just leave it on like, hey, you watch this. Get out of my hair.
And Disney Plus is The Simpsons. So.
Yeah. They got The Simpsons. They got all the Disney and all the Marvel. So they're fucking killing it.
What's your rec?
Well, I got a weird one as well. Not as weird as that, but... we're on the road a lot. I'm always staring at my phone. I'm always on Instagram trying to find a clip, whatever it is. The best follow for me on Instagram is Sports Center. I'm not a huge sports guy. I don't really keep up with it. I like MMA and some other stuff, but this is the most uplifting follow. Everything is like doom and gloom, or we're in Hawaii, we're in Tulum, we got married, we had a kid, and you're like, all right. This is like guys like trying to lift a weight and the other guy's behind him, or like basketball shit where the guy makes it from the half court, all his friends go nuts. It's always this weird, uplifting, kind of crazy, like once in a lifetime shot that he made, or a hole in one, and look, I don't care about badminton or volleyball, but the way you just see the team come together and they score the winning goal, they all hug and all, it's a beautiful thing. And it's always, obviously if they're putting it on, it's some kind of spectacular event happen where like a guy broke a record or whatever it is, but it's so uplifting and positive. Huge rec.
I mean, I got more for you if you like that, because I'm all about that, dude.
Yeah.
House of Highlights. That's a good follow.
House of Highlights.
House of Highlights. Bleacher Report's a good follow. One of my favorites, Timeless Sports.
Timeless.
So it's like kind of throwback stuff. I mean, I'm sure, Harry, you follow that, right?
I like
that.
It's
great. I mean, I send Phil Hanley clips all the time because he loves basketball clips. So I sent him like the best of Allen Iverson last night. And I just wrote like pure heart, and he wrote back like that best way to describe it. Like it's a little guy just hitting step back shots on people. 5'11", smallest MVP ever.
Right.
I mean, I love it, man. I love the you're talking about the Marine lifting the thing the other day?
Yeah.
I love that moment where his other Marines are cheering him on, and he deadlifts 630 or some shit.
Yes, yeah. And look, you could all be like, oh, look at these meatheads or whatever.
No,
and look, we could do that all day.
It's camaraderie, man. I was all about it. I think it's so cool, and I love great. I mean, I just love basketball, so I love watching just amazing passes or shots.
Yeah. And there's comedy in it too, like the Shaq stuff where he's talking to Nick Jonas, like, "Hey Nick," and all that. That's fun too.
Shaq's a great follow.
Shaq's great. Yeah.
I love. You can't not love Shaq.
Yeah. Dad was a cop, but
he's got a. I think he's got a badge.
Oh, really?
I think he got like an honorary badge. He wanted to be a cop. How funny would it be if there was like a drug bust and Shaq just kicks the door in, you know?
Yeah. They'd be like, "Damn, Shaq," and then he would cuff him.
That's a good. There could eventually be a buddy cop movie with Shaq.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I mean,
his acting might not be great.
He's basically Hightower from Police Academy. I don't know how well the folks at home know Police Academy.
Oh, I remember.
But yeah. No, it's just so fun, and everything is like so angry now and complainy that it's fun to see just good stuff, and that's what's great. It's like this
excellence
weird
too. It's not just good stuff. It is like hard work.
Yes,
it is cool.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, because it's all like we don't have enough women on this show. We don't have enough. And you're like, all right, everybody's like kind of trying to find this way in or complain about that, and these guys are like, I'll make it work. This woman is a volleyball star or a weightlifter, whatever. It's like, I got to do the work and win this trophy or beat my opponent, and I think it's nice to see, and great follow. I know I'm a hack. I'm like, it's got 8 million views on each thing.
No. I think sports follows in general. It's a good follow. I'm with you, man.
It's a metaphor for life. Like, go for it, try, fail, get back up, do it again, and I think we need some of that now. You know. We just blame everybody else all the time, and it's good to see people just like going for it.
Yeah, I love that stuff, man. I need that boost.
Me too.
And we all look at social media too much, so you should be able to follow accounts that don't drag you down.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, we're posting jokes all the time for a reason. Like,
yeah, here.
I'm trying to not be an account that's like, I had a bad day today, and I want you guys to hear about it.
I know. Or like, here's me and my boyfriend on the beach in, Virgin Islands, and everybody's, most people see that and go, fuck.
Yeah, I'm like, cool, I've never taken a vacation.
Yeah, so that, even though that is positive, that bums you out in a weird way. Because you compare. We all compare.
Fear of missing out, right?
Fear of missing out, FOMO.
We are missing out because we do so much stand-up. Like, it's funny. I see Adrienne Ipalucci at the Gotham last night.
Funny.
She's one of the best comics. I mean, if you don't follow her on everything, follow so many of my favorite jokes. She has so much good news. She's maybe my favorite joke where she goes, my boyfriend threatened to kill himself, and I thought, great, now I can't kill myself, or people are going to think we were in love. She's incredible. Every joke, you're just like, fuck.
Great.
She's got such a consistent point of view. I love her.
Yeah.
And she's a good friend, but I think...
not for everybody, but she's great.
But but you know what? Good. You know what's for everybody? Fucking, trash.
Yeah, McDonald's is for everybody. So, like, check out Adrienne. Killer, great writer, great take, great angles.
But she mentioned you tonight. She was like, "Oh, I just saw Mark or whatever," or and she goes, "That guy, he just doesn't stop."
Wow.
She's
nice.
She said, "I feel like he can't stay still."
Boy,
and she said, "I feel like you have the same problem," but she's like, "But Mark might be worse."
Well, that's why we get along. We got the same goddamn disease of just like, gotta keep going. We're sharks. We gotta keep going.
We're married to the sea, you would say?
Yes. Not a bad name for the rye. Sharks.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I do like Fat Cat.
I like Fat Cat.
I like it because it's a double meaning, because Fat Cat is also like successful, but it's a funny image of Fat Cat.
Yeah.
And ladies like a fat cat.
That's true.
We get the ladies.
Right. And sharks kind of sounds beachy, like we're some kind of, Florida.
Sharks.
Yeah, like some kind of Red Lobster bullshit.
Pigeons. We're pigeons. We're not sharks.
Speaking of that, you got a bit? Speaking of not staying still.
I'll run some stuff by you that didn't hit tonight, because I think it's getting there, but I see it's divisive. So I did a lot of cop bits.
That is a room divider.
What one hit? Well, I have a whole bit where I compare cops to teachers, and the one line that kind of get a groan was I say, I joke. I say one of the jokes is that being a teacher is hard, but then I say, no, I'm kidding. I think being a cop is much harder than being a teacher. There's no substitute teachers.
Yes.
And then I kind of pause and I go, well, white women.
Oh,
no substitute cops.
Substitute
rather.
cops. Yeah.
I say, well, white women. and that kind of gets a laugh. I could see some people like not loving it tonight. And then I say,
that just feels like the setup. Like that's a funny setup, but there's more.
It would kill in Seattle.
Oh,
but then okay. And then I say, white women are a lot like, actually a lot like cops because they're constantly telling us how brave they are. I'm scared of them.
Yeah.
And they're responsible for the incarceration of a lot of innocent black men.
That's great. I mean, that feels like a bit to me.
Killed in Seattle tonight. It was the most stone cold silence I've ever seen in a fairly packed room, and I was like, "Well, there you go."
Damn, I'm
and then
shocked.
I had a lot of cop bits.
They probably were a lot of white women there.
A lot.
All right, well, that's a factor.
I think it's funny for white women too.
I think it is too, but
I did on the early show Gotham, all white women killed.
Oh.
Late show got dead silence.
You know why? Because they were probably those type of women. You hit home, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's funny. I mean, I said it to you. I was like, what about Karens? And then you were like, go, white women is better.
Oh, I ran this by you.
Yeah, oh yeah. Karen is it's kind of like
I don't
done
like
to death.
Karen as a punchline. I think
I don't like it either.
I don't like any word as a punchline that's like a word that people. It's almost like
it's too buzzy.
It's buzzy, but it's also just like it's over. Like I don't want a punchline that literally the least funny people I've ever met are using as a punchline.
Yeah, my uncle.
Was she a Karen?
Exactly. Yeah, we gotta go above that.
Yeah,
as professional comedians.
Yeah, no, we gotta find a different angle.
Yeah,
a more original angle. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's great.
It's something. I like it, but it fucking got zilch, and a lot of white women come out of these shows. So but I still think it's funny that it should work for them.
Well, I think we are getting to a place where like white women weren't really a punchline before, and now they are, and I think a lot of them are kind of like sick of it.
We have to listen to white men being trash all fucking day. Why can't I make a joke too?
I mean, Pryor was doing white men are trash in '78, so like, yeah, get used to it, sister. This is part of it.
But also, like, I hear so many female comics being like, white men.
Yeah.
It's like the punchline. I'm like, cool, that's fine, but I should get to do it too.
Exactly. What the hell is this equality talk I've been hearing? Yeah, let's all do it. Let's share the wealth. So yeah, I think that's gold. I think there's a lot there. White women are even scarier too because they don't need guns. Cops have guns. White women don't have guns, and they still get shit done. Like, I'm still scared of you.
Yeah, there's something about like a white woman will just like a cop will kill you, but a white woman will like kill you emotionally.
Yeah, they'll like beat you down.
She'll like kill you over time.
Right. Yeah, she'll put a little antifreeze in your oatmeal. But we gotta watch out.
You'll never snap at a cop. Like, you'll never be like, "Are you trying to ruin my life?"
that's hilarious. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, we've all been like, man, this cop's a dick, but no one's ever like, this cop is eating away at my soul.
Yeah.
Where we've all had that girlfriend who's just, like, no cop has ever gone, your mom's a cunt. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. I introduce you to my mom and you call her a cunt. She's a saint. You're half the one my mom is. All right, but yeah. And a cop's never told me I had a small dick. How about that, Melissa? I'm talking about you. All right. But yeah. And a cop never fucked one of my friends. All right. All right. Sorry, Melissa, text me.
Cops will plant evidence, but a woman will. Maybe they both look through your shit without a warrant.
Oh, that's great.
Is that
that's
something?
Great. That's big.
They're both looking through your shit.
That's great.
What's this? Fuck.
You can't pull a warrant on a girlfriend though. At least a cop, you're like, hey, you need a warrant. A girlfriend's like, hey, we're dating.
Yeah, then maybe there's something there. The warrant.
That's big. The warrant is big.
All right, I got something to work on. What do you got?
That's funny. All right, this is a big bit, and you're not gonna like it. So let's see what happens.
Why won't I like it?
Because it's like,
you're like, Jews are terrible. I'm like, huh. Where are you going?
Oh, that bit's working. No. It's so against the grain that maybe it's too against the grain.
Oh, so you feel like you're showing off a little with it?
No, not that. Just like, I can't get some crowds to get on board.
Sure.
Because it's like so the wrong way.
All right.
Well,
you're wearing a shirt that says dick fuel, so I expect nothing less.
This is a gift. Some guy sent it to me, so I said, hey, I'll wear it. So I got this whole bit about, very left-leaning, progressive. All my friends are like, hey, these people hate groups. It's so horrible to just hate a group that you've never met, blah, blah, blah. But then they go fuck rich people. And I'm like, well, that sounds like pretty hateful, And they're like, well, I hate the 1%. And I'm like, so you hate minorities, and that hits.
That's a good line.
And there's a lot of lines in it, but I can tell the overarching theme. They're like, I don't know. And I'm like, the whole point is like, all rich people are evil. All these billionaires are evil. I'm like, yeah, well, some are, and some are nice. Like, that's how people work. All cops are bad. Well, some are bad, and then some are great. Teachers are heroes. So some are heroes and some fuck their students. Like, you can't say down with hate and then hate an entire group, And there's, because you guys preach compassion, but you're not compassionate about these people because they're doing better than you. So for some reason, you're allowed to openly hate them. And I have this line that hits about, like, some rich guy's like, yeah, my beach house burned down in Malibu. And everybody's like, boo fucking who, And he's like, well, my kids were in there.
Oh, that's good.
And that kills. But it's still not completely connecting. Like, some of the lines are good enough to hang in there and hit. But as a whole overarching theme, I can tell they're not on board.
It's hard. Yeah, I think I like it.
All right.
Here's what I like bits that are kind of contrarian. I don't think you're saying it just to poke. I think you're trying to, like,
I'm confused.
I think, yeah, exactly. I think it's coming from an honest place. I think
because also we're trying to be rich. So, like, we're all trying to get to this thing. It's like making fun of old people. That's why
a lot of people, to me, that's why a lot of people, I think, don't turn on the rich. Like, when a lot of people was like, you should be more mad about the wealth inequality, you could be fucking working, you could be, like, working the fryer at McDonald's and be like, I still got a shot.
Right.
That's what America does.
Yeah.
It tells you that you can make it and you can get rich. So I think that's why a lot of people don't hate the rich.
Yes,
but
especially the poor. The poor look up to it. Like, wow, man, Bezos is awesome. How cool is that? And then
I don't know if they think he's awesome after buying that $500 million yacht.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was kind of a cock move right there.
But I think they're like, I'd like to have a yacht. I'd like to get some of that.
What do you do on a $500 million yacht, though? It's like,
I know,
it's a little much.
Of course, it's a little much. Yeah,
that was the understatement of the century. Hey, Jeff, a little much. No, I think, I like the idea that, like, you can't hate everybody. It's like classic shit where it's like, fuck all white men. You're like, you have a white brother? Yeah. You have a white father? You hate him? I love him. Well, then why all white men?
Exactly.
It's the same shit with, like, fuck rich people. You're like, do you know any rich people that, there are philanthropists. You could hate, hate, even with Bill Gates, you could hate Bill Gates. He's raised the Gates Foundation's raised the most insane amount of money.
I talk about that
for philanthropy. So there's people that are assholes with their money, and there's people that are. I think that's the crux of the bit. You got to bring up rich people they love. I think that you got to find
Oprah
rich people
or something. Interesting, because Bill Gates. I've done so much research because the bit is so hard to pull off.
Yeah,
Bill Gates has given back so much money that he saved 6 million lives. Like, he fed these people and whatever. And I'm like, that's a reverse Holocaust.
Wow,
like, you'd think you'd stop hating a guy after he pulled that off because you've done nothing and you hate him. Sure, he's rich and whatever, but, like, he pulled off a reverse Holocaust.
And his kids are only getting like $10 million each, which sounds like a lot, but when you're worth, like,
drop in the bucket.
When you're worth what he is worth, it's kind of a fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. So my point is, like, look, I get it. He makes a lot of money. He doesn't need it all, obviously, but doesn't mean he's a bad guy or a bad woman or whatever it is. Like, you want to be rich, and all my rich friends hate the super rich, and all my poor friends look up to them. And just because you're poor, that doesn't make you good.
Your rich friends hate the rich.
Yeah, the really rich. My millionaire friends hate billionaires. They tweet about, like, oh, fuck this guy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, you're also kind of rich. Well, actually, you are rich, not kind of. But, like, just because you're poor, that doesn't make you good. They're like, well, but Bernie Madoff, he don't need all the money, he stole my whatever. I'm like, well, the poor guy stole my wallet. It's just people suck. And people are great. Like, people are people.
People suck, and some people are better at sucking.
Yeah, they just figured it out. And you want to figure it out, maybe, but I don't know. I think there's a lot here, and there's like a deeper issue, but it's just weird.
Why do we hate the super wealthy?
Because they're doing better than us. It's a lot of like Jewish shame. Like Jews were held down and like, restricted everywhere, and yet they run they banks, real estate, media, the weather. It's fucking impressive,
hey,
and I think there's some shame
there. You weren't supposed
there.
to know about that last one.
But there's some shame there. Like, fuck, how did they do all that? I thought they were pieces of shit, And now they're killing it, and they're doing better than me, and I thought I was better than them. So fuck them.
That's what people think.
That's what people think. It's a human nature thing.
I think there's an element of...
This is heavy stuff, I'm aware.
I agree. I think there's an
ambitious
element of arrogance where like, and racism sometimes. I mean, but like think about like in sports when people say shut up and dribble, like how fucked up that is.
That's fucked up.
To athletes, when you're like, LeBron James, you don't have to like him. He's entitled to say whatever the fuck he wants. He is a major figure.
Best basketball player on the planet.
Exactly. And also, he's a pretty successful businessman. I mean, aside from being great at this, it's so weird when people say,
shut up and dribble is crazy. Like
it's
he
crazy.
Can't have a point or a thought or an opinion.
There is something about...
That's interesting. Shut up and dribble.
Once you get really rich...
No, it's...
I like you're doing this cerebral bit and then you're like, oh, hold on, sorry, let me...
It's a thinker, I'm aware, and I know there's a lot here and a lot to unpack and all that, but like, I just don't understand the down with hate, but fuck these people, because they're doing better than me. They're doing well, so we're allowed to hate them.
Is it about how you were born? Maybe if you were born really rich, then you can hate them, because that's like... But then if you became rich... But I think it's either way they hate you.
It's either they hate you either way, and being born rich is not that baby's fault, Like, and it doesn't mean they're evil. They're just rich. They just have a lot of money. It doesn't make them bad people. There's also poor people who are bad.
Is it the rich people hate, or is it is it millionaires or is it billionaires? Do you think it's both?
I think it's a little of both. Like Elon Musk obviously is a gigantically wealthy guy, enormously wealthy, but he hosts SNL, and like the go-to thought is like, fuck that guy. Like, he could be a sweet guy, and he could be nicer than you.
Yeah.
But you just see him as this. It's like, I'm not saying it's like judging somebody by the color of their skin, but you're judging somebody by what they have or what they've done.
It is technically the opposite of slavery. They're the people that had slaves.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like, I don't know. It just feels like for someone saying down with hate, it feels weirdly unnecessarily hateful.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting. I'm throwing a big one at you here.
No,
I
know. It's not something I don't think I crack right now. It's like you're angry at them for having more than you.
I think that's the bottom line. I think that's, no pun intended, but I think that's the underlying issue there.
You're mad that they have more. I mean, I think it comes down to that, and it's like, fuck them. Well, how about but then it's like, then there's people that have less than you, and they look at you like, fuck you. And you're like, well, we're always going to be.
Oh, that's interesting.
We're always going to be in that place.
Yeah. But that's not a good place to be. Just worry about your shit, get your shit together, and do what you like to do and be with the people you like to be with.
It shouldn't be fuck the rich. It should be fuck the rich if they made their money in a fucked up way.
There you go. That's completely sane and completely fair. But like the Musk thing is so weird because he's like this incredibly environmentally sound guy who's trying to help the environment. We got Tesla and all that, so it's like we hate this guy. I thought we were trying to help the environment.
I think people just hate anyone who made out like a bandit during the pandemic, and he's one of them.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and I mean he was already rich, but I think now he's the richest, right? And then you've got is it because you didn't get married yet? That's how you hold on to the title.
Yeah, I guess so.
Bezos and Gates. Maybe Bill Gates just needed to go through I'm gonna fuck everything phase. Maybe that's what he was doing.
Yeah, I think you got something with the poor people. Maybe look at millionaires like fuck you, and you're like, well, what did I do? Like, well, that's how they feel. The billionaires feel about you. That's interesting. I think that's something when you put yourself in those shoes.
Yeah, why are they mad? Are they mad? Because I think, you could go deeper, like, oh, it's because do they have tax breaks over you? Or is it really just because they have more? I think that's really at the
I think that's really it. If we're really getting down to
their
it.
life is easier. That's what they're mad about. Your apartment's bigger. Your life is easier. You just have an easier go. I think that's what the anger is.
But if they earned it, I don't know. I think it's okay. It's like when the hot girl walks into the party and your girlfriend's like, I don't like her. Like, oh, you don't like her, but she might be a great person.
Does it come down to how they earned it? Because look, there's comics that are way more successful than us, and we look at their acts and we're like, ugh.
That's true.
So do we have to respect them for earning it?
No, but they just got opportunities, and look, it's annoying. I get it. I'm human. I get jealous or whatever, but they're not going to turn it down, so I can't blame them. I blame the dumb industry.
Blame the game.
Blame the game.
It's like when an NBA player gets. I remember Allen Houston for the Knicks got like an insane contract, and he was injured the whole contract. Everyone's like, "Why'd they pay this guy?" It's not his fault. They hated him, but it's like not his fault.
Not his fault.
Team paid him. What are you gonna turn in $100 million?
Exactly, and he didn't ask to get injured. It was an accident or whatever.
Yeah.
So it happens. So yeah, it's an interesting. It's a thinker. It's a brain twister. But I think that's kind of fun now. We've been doing comedy long enough. Let's take a big scoop out of the pot and see if we can fuck with it.
Yeah,
that's a horrible analogy, but you know what I mean. Let's try to. It's like Chopped. All right, give me this weird. Give me the shrimp. Give me the parsley and the grape jelly, and let's see if we can make something with it.
Parsley, grape jelly. What was the other one?
Shrimp.
It's gonna be a weird one.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be like a sweet shrimp. I'm gonna have to throw some hot sauce in there, make it like sweet and spicy. Right?
There you go.
There we go.
That's not bad.
Do you think you'd be good on Chopped?
Maybe.
Are you a good cook?
No, I'm horrible. You made chili and I almost blew you.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I was blown away by the chili, but I think I'd be decent on Chopped if I could get the host high. That might
Isn't
help
that Ron
me.
Funch's show?
Oh, is it?
I think that's Ron's show. I think he gets high and eats it.
Oh, that's funny.
It's pretty good.
Oh,
yeah.
good
I haven't
for
seen
Ron.
it. Yeah, I should watch it. I like those shows.
I do too. I watch Chopped for hours and Pawn Stars.
I like. It's funny how angry we were when reality TV started. Now I'm just like too tired to care.
I know. I will sit there and wait till they do the storage thing. I'm like, all right, you got me. We're 2 minutes in, but I want to know what's in that goddamn unit. There was nothing in there but garbage bags and like an old mattress. I'm like, I wasted 20 minutes of my life on this bullshit. That's most of America watching this.
We should wrap this up, right?
Yeah, Jesus
We're going on
Christ.
Forever. Where are you going to be coming up?
Oh, man, I'm all over the road. This comes out in, 3 months? I will be in Hartford Funny Bone, Spokane, following in your footsteps, Virginia Beach Funny Bone, Orlando, Florida Improv, San Antonio, Helium, Portland, Syracuse, Toledo, Houston, Philly, Buffalo, Dayton, Appleton, Arlington, Texas, Brea in California. Can't wait for that. Funny Bone, Albany, and West
everywhere.
Palm Beach.
I got Arlington. We're going to add a Wednesday for that. So I hope to see you there Wednesday through Saturday. We got Albany Funny Bone,
nice.
June 4th and 5th. We got Atlantic City the 11th and 12th. Tampa Side Splitters the 17th through the 19th of June.
Ooh.
We got Raleigh the 25th through the 27th, and we're going to keep on rocking, man. We got Madison Comedy on State coming up. We got OKC.
Hell yeah.
We got all kinds of fun gigs coming up. I can't wait. Governors in Levittown. And make sure you hit up our Patreon, patreon.com/WeMightBeDrunkPod. Also email us at WeMightBeDrunkPod@gmail.com with your jokes, your peeves, your wrecks, your drinks. This went down easy.
Oh, my God. I wanted 3 more bottles. This is so good. Well done, sir. I get why this guy was a legend.
So good.
Very good. Yeah. Send us a Patreon. Tell a friend about the pod. Get a drink. Watch it with your pals. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. All the good stuff.
Shout out to Gotham Studios for having us. We love doing the show here. They're doing such a great job. Matt, appreciate you. Harry, producing this bad boy here too. We love it.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys, and keep listening. Tell your friends if you're liking it.
Yeah, come see us live. Watch our specials. We got tons of content out there. And yeah, praise Allah. We'll see you in hell.
Good F, right?
Oh my God! I know I say that, but that was one of my faves. That felt like it felt like the most natural conversation
What do we
we've
do
ever
on
had.
Patreon? Do we do a quick one now, or do we do?
I think we do it now just to get it going. I don't.
Man, is that